Hi, Bob Mimlish here at Vex Worlds talking to Diana about notebooking. Most of you have been asked to notebook. Many of you might not know why you're notebooking. Engineers have been doing this since Da Vinci's time, probably long before that. This is your notebook, right?
Yes.
So why is it important?
It's important because it lays the foundation for all the engineering you do. So the engineering design process is the foundation for everything. You first start with defining the problem. So if you have a problem, you need to figure out what it is before you can solve it. So we first need to define the problem. That way we could actually break down the game, and it made it more easier for us to start brainstorming ideas. So we was like, okay, so you need a shoe and you need a shoe under the disc. So something that shoots linearly.
Okay.
And then we went to brainstorm, and I think brainstorming is actually an overlooked part of the process.
Right.
Where you can save your idea. And then research, of course, finding out if the design has already been built, if there are already solutions made to the problem, anything that could help you on your journey as you find a solution.
So why is research important?
Research is important so you can look outside of the box, so you can see what other teams are doing and not really copy but inspire yourself to see, oh, if they did something like this, then how can I make it better?
And then you develop your own full robot design. And after that, you gather up all those designs, and then the more the merrier at that point.
All those designs are prototypes, right?
They're all prototypes. They're like a sketch or maybe a CAD, like what you want to build. So this is actually a hand-drawn sketch that we have done. And then after we hand-draw sketches, we go into Procreate app on my iPad, and we make a digital sketch. This really helps defining where everything, in like all the layouts of the robot or things are going to get placed. And then afterwards, we always CAD or design for a robot. As a team, we share a file and we all work on the CAD together.
Grace, what's your take on this small notebook of hers?
That is truly an incredible notebook. I like the consistency of formatting throughout the entire notebook. I really enjoy how she's found her own style in the notebook. That's how you're able to be creative with it. She's also put in a lot of data, the everyday data that is relevant to her robot. Another thing that is very important to her notebook is the photos, and she's done a very good job of formatting those and highlighting what's important in the photo, not just a photo.
I think something that I'm most proud of in our engineering notebook is probably the organization. This is my second year doing notebook, and last year it was a lot less organized because I was new to it and I didn't really know what I was doing. But I think this year we really developed a way to follow the engineering design process with our notebook. So we have a lot of brainstorming and designing and testing for all of our different entries with build-in programming. I think I'm really proud of how we've grown as a team.
But before I even start a match, I look at who we're aligned with, and I actually go and look at who we're against and who we're with. Like, you kind of write down, like, hey, how fast are they? How well do they score? So that way, when I go to our alliance, I can actually show them exactly who we're up against, and then we can make a strategy. And that really helps us in matches, because before we even step on the field, we know exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah, so we have a team spreadsheet of all of the teams in Oregon, and we always know the ranks. And
that's taking scouting.
Yes, it's so useful. It takes a little bit extra time, but it's worth it. Honestly, I think the biggest thing for new teams to focus on is just daily documentation of what the team is doing. Because while the engineering design process is really important and having project management helps a lot, the first basic steps of an engineering notebook are to document the programming, the build, what you're doing on the team, what you're accomplishing. I think that's the biggest thing to focus on as a new notebooker. I personally discovered my passion when I was doing notebook. The soft skills that you learn from doing this are applicable in every aspect of robotics, whether you're a builder or programmer or anything, whatever you want to do in the future.
Right.
Learning to document, learning technical writing, that's applicable for every career that you could possibly.
Absolutely.